So friends, let us start about the standard 12th grammar, direct indirect speech. Now this topic you have studied in ninth and 10th standard also. But today I'm going to talk about the direct indirect speech grammar topic. Come to the next slide. So friends, in our daily life, we come across many occasions or incidents in which we need to describe whatever happened. Mostly it includes what someone said and what someone told or what someone asked. We speak naturally and spontaneously to describe all those situations. Obviously, such kinds of situations automatically form two categories of the speech. Now, we call it direct speech and indirect speech. So, one by one, let us see and let us talk about the direct and indirect speech. Let us talk about first what is direct speech. Let us see the definition on your screen. Direct speech is the report of the speaker using his own words exactly. It means that in the conversation of the speaker, directly own words are expressed. Direct speech is the repetition of the person's words directly. Okay, repetition of the person's words are directly formed in direct speech. Next point in definition of direct speech, it is the group of unchanged words presented as they are with quotation marks. It means a speaker who speaks in his or her speech, he uses quotation marks. Okay. For example, George said in double inverted comma, rest of the sentence, I am very much interested to study English grammar now. Now see this example, friends. In this example, the name of the speaker is given to you, that is George. And in the double inverted comma, rest of the sentence is given to you. I am very much interested to study English grammar now. Now let us see the next part. What is the indirect speech? Indirect speech is the report of what another person said, told, or asked. Indirect speech is the content which is expressed in our own words without quotation marks. In direct speech, quotation marks are used by the speaker, but in indirect speech, without quotation marks, content is expressed in our own words. Okay. Indirect speech is the conveyance of the statement without changing its meaning. For example, let us take above example for understanding. George said that he was very much interested to study English grammar then. Okay, some changes are done in indirect speech. See, friends, what changes are done by the speaker. George said, after said, we have used the conjunction that. After that, in direct speech, subject was I am. Here, it is transformed into he was. Okay, because why we have used he pronoun? Because the speaker was male, George. So I transform into he. Or above sentence is given in simple present tense. So when simple present tense sentence is given in direct speech, it changes, it converts into simple past tense in indirect speech. So change is he was very much interested to study English grammar. Now, in place of now, we have used then. So some minor changes we do when we transform the sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. So the conversion in any format. So conversion is must from direct to indirect speech, and we have to study here. Now in this slide, I'm going to discuss different changes occur in indirect speech. Suppose we use pronouns in direct speech. So how can we do changes with the help of pronoun for indirect speech? Let us see one by one. First pronoun is I. Suppose you use pronoun I, so it converts into he or she. If the speaker is male, so we use he. If the speaker is female, so we use she. Now, next pronoun you. You, you. He, she, they, him, her. So these are the changes for pronoun you. Next pronoun we. It changes into they. Next pronoun my. When I use pronoun my in direct speech sentence, I do change for this pronoun. I shall use his or her. Next pronoun me, me. So it changes him or her. Our changes into their. Your, his, her, their. Us changes into them. Myself changes into himself or herself. If the speaker is male, we use himself. If the speaker is female, we use herself. And last pronoun, ourselves. So it changes into themselves. Dear friends, keep it in mind. We are the student of 12th standard as well as 11th also. Now, you have studied this topic in 9th standard and 10th standard also in school premises. But here, this topic is common in English grammar. So when you solve examples of direct indirect speech from the given passage, because in 12th standard syllabus, direct indirect speech is also included on upper level. So level will be different, level will be high, but you have to study the basic rules for formation of direct to indirect speech. If you study it seriously, if you do more practice, if you do revision of various examples which are included in the syllabus of standard 12th English textbook, so you can get more examples from prose section. Because in board examination paper, language study, it is a separate topic from grammar. Always keep it in mind while solving the examples for this topic. You have to prepare, you have to study the language study topic of prose section. As an examiner, as my own experience, I have checked the board examination papers in Bhosla. So as my experience, I suggest you one thing. Many students are lacking behind in grammar because they don't focus while solving examples of grammar for 12th. They only read the textbook, but not only reading is must, practice is must. So practice makes perfect, we say. So please friends, focus on grammar part as well as writing skill part. Especially I am teaching here the different changes occur in indirect speech. First point, changes in pronouns. So let us see the next part. Now come to the next point. Changes in modal auxiliary, or of course in direct indirect speech. In direct speech, speaker uses modal auxiliaries. You have studied this topic. Again, I repeat my sentence. Modal auxiliary, you learned up to 10th standard. Which modal auxiliary you have studied? Dear friends, especially in direct speech, specific auxiliaries are used. For example, shall, will, can, may, must, ought to. Whenever you will use first auxiliary in direct speech sentence, shall will convert into would or should. Will convert into would. Can will convert into could. May will convert into might. Must will convert into must and had to. And ought to will convert into ought to and had to. Okay, so these are the changes in modal auxiliaries. I come to the next slide. Now changes in verbs. Some verbs are used in direct speech. So you have to change in indirect speech. So what are the changes? Let's see now. It's interesting part. Am or is given in direct speech. So you will convert am or is, transform into was. Are will convert into was or were. Have or has are given in direct speech. So you will convert have or has into had. Was, were will convert into had been. If do or does are used in direct speech, so you will convert into did or past form of the main verb. Then I come to the next, did. If the past tense form of main verb did is used in direct speech, so you will convert into had plus past participle. Past participle means third form of the main verb. Okay, we call it v3. V means verb, 3 means third form of the verb. It is called as past participle form of the main verb. So these are the specific changes in verbs when we solve the example of direct speech. Okay, now I'll come to the next slide. Now I have provided in this slide changes in time and place adverbials. These are also important. If you use these adverbials in direct speech, so you have to convert these adverbials in indirect speech. How you will convert? So see this slide. If you use adverbial this, so you will convert into that. If you write this in indirect speech, so examiner will cut your marks. So minor changes you should focus. I suggest you here. अतिशय महत्वाचे असे काही मायनर चेंजेस असतात की एक्झामिनर पेपर तपासत असताना ते पाहत असतो. मूळ बेसिक मुद्दा असा आहे की डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट स्पीच चा वापर करताना 12वीच्या अभ्यासामध्ये मुलं कमी कुठे पडतात तर या टॉपिक मध्ये कमी तर पडतातच, पण जे चेंजेस मी सांगतोय, जे चेंजेस मी मगापासून डिस्कस करतोय, ते आपण परीक्षेमध्ये योग्यरित्या बदल करून लिहिले तर आपण ग्रामरच्या पार्टमध्ये 12वीच्या बोर्डाच्या आपण पूर्ण आउट ऑफ मार्क्स एक्झामिनर तुम्हाला देऊ शकतो. तुम्हाला याची कल्पना आहे मुलांना की 10वी प्रमाणे 12वी मध्ये सुद्धा बोर्ड पेपर पॅटर्न प्रमाणे पेपर असेसमेंट होतं, पेपरचं मूल्यमापन होतं, एक्झामिनर, मॉडरेटर आणि चीफ मॉडरेटर. मग जेणेकरून आपण हा फोकस करा मित्रमैत्रिणींनो की जेव्हा आपल्याला बोर्डाच्या पेपर पॅटर्नची पद्धत अवगत करून अभ्यास करायचा असतो त्यावेळेला आपल्याला त्याचे काही जे बेसिक रूल्स ग्रामरचे आहे त्याचाही अभ्यास करावा लागतो. आपण कुठे चुकतो तर आपण प्रॅक्टिस मध्ये कमी पडतो. लॅकिंग बिहाइंड इन प्रॅक्टिस. Always your subject teacher as a English teacher, he or she teaches in classroom, he or she tells you ki please do more revision of various examples. So always try to follow the discipline rule of your subject concerned teacher. As a subject teacher, I also suggest you कि for English subject, don't be over smart. If you want to become confident in this subject, so you have to focus on each part of the 12th standard syllabus. It may be language study part, it may be writing skill part, it may be appreciation part, but especially students get less marks in board paper, and in English subject score will be decreased. If you want to increase your score in English subject, so focus on grammar first. Those topics which are very difficult for you, ki sir, I am unable to solve the example of direct and indirect speech, I am unable to solve the example of change the voice, use unless. So if you are having problems regarding some difficult topics of English grammar, so you must focus the rules and basics rules and their techniques. If you are studying mathematics, if you are studying algebra geometry, so you use formula. So formula are also important in English subject also. जसं mathematics, अल्जेब्रा जॉमेट्री सारख्या विषयात सूत्र असतात, फॉर्म्युला असतात, थेरम असतात, त्याच्या उपयोगाने आपण स्टेप बाय स्टेप गणिताचं सेटिंग करतो पेपरमध्ये आणि आपल्याला आउट ऑफ मार्क्स तिथं आपण मिळवू शकतो. गणितामध्ये एक जरी पायरी चुकली, स्टेप चुकली, तर विद्यार्थ्याचे मॅथेमॅटिक्स विषयात मार्क्स जातात. त्यामुळे मॅथेमॅटिक्स सारख्या विषयात जसं पायरी पायरीला महत्व आहे, सूत्रवरती आपण कुठलं मांडलंय आणि त्या सूत्रानुसार आपण स्टेप लिहितोय का 10वी-12वी मध्ये, हे खूप महत्वाचं आहे. हे मॅथेमॅटिक्सचे टीचर्स तुम्हाला सांगत असतील. ॲज अ इंग्लिश टीचर मी तुम्हाला तेच सांगतोय की इंग्रजी सारख्या विषयात सुद्धा सूत्र जी असतात, मग ते टेन्सचं सूत्र असेल, चेंज द व्हॉइसचं सूत्र असेल, डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट स्पीचचं सूत्र असेल, आपण सूत्र पाठ करा. लर्न द फॉर्म्युलाज अँड डू द रिव्हिजन थ्रू प्रॅक्टिस. सॉल्व व्हेरियस एक्झाम्पल्स, रिकॉल इट. So I hope that if you follow my rules, so 101% my students will get more marks in English subject. You can cover English subject in 12th standard board examination paper. So please keep it in mind, one friends, कि if you study the rules of grammar and you do more practice, you do more revision of various examples, so you can get more marks. I come to my point again. Changes in time and place adverbials. Here, there, thus, so, now, then, just, then, ago, before, hither, thither, come, go, hence, thence, yet, till then, today, that day, tomorrow, the next day, the day after tomorrow, the day after the next day, yesterday, the day before yesterday, the day before the previous day, tonight, that night, next day, the following day. So it was my discussion today up to this in the first part of direct indirect speech grammar. So let us stop here. In the next part of this topic, I shall continue this topic in the next part of my video, and remaining part of grammar rules I shall talk with you.